Hey all, welcome back to another episode of Car Topics Explained. Today, we're going to be covering one of the most iconic cars in Fast and Furious history. Brian's 1995 Mitsubishi Eclipse. And let's just get right into it. To start, I'm not actually 100% certain which trim level of Eclipse it was, but I can narrow it down to it either being an RS or a GS, because it was powered by the Chrysler 420A engine. But apparently, that isn't the engine we hear in the film. The sounds we hear in the film come from a supercharged Honda CRX and a turbocharged Acura Integra that was built for drag racing. This is kind of funny, because the car in real life is naturally aspirated. So when Jesse says,
"In the T4 Turbo Dominic,"
there actually isn't a turbo there. Which also means the Greddy Type S blow-off valve we hear isn't on the car either.
I'm gonna win.
Additionally, the NOS fogger system Jesse talks about isn't there either. At least, not entirely. In real life, the car had a 75 horsepower nitrous kit, but it was only half installed, meaning it was just set up for looks. It wasn't actually functional. So what else did the car have? Beyond the engine being naturally aspirated and having a nitrous system that didn't do anything, the car did have an in-gen cold air intake. It had a bored-out throttle body, and the spark plug wires were upgraded. But, as you can see, performance-wise, the car isn't that interesting. So, let's move on to the aesthetics. For the exterior, the car had a robo-car body kit. Nowadays, in order to find anything like it, you have to search for something like a Blitz-style kit. The wing was an APR GT2 wing. The roof scoop was custom. It had carbon fiber door mirrors, 1997 style headlights, and the car was painted in Kawasaki green with decals from Modern Image. And of course, though only visible at night, we can't forget about the green neon underglow kit it had as well. The wheels were 18-inch Axis Model 7s. The front brake rotors were AEM. The car had Tanabe SS springs, energy suspension bushings, and the transmission was the stock 5-speed. The interior was very done up. The black and gray suede upholstery was custom along with the pillar gauge pod. All of the gauges are made by VDO. You've also got the neon green lights by Auto Indulgence. And lastly, the foot pedals and shift knob were Sparco items. The steering wheel looks like something similar to a Sparco R383, but I'm not entirely certain. It would appear to be a discontinued product. And if that's the case, I can't say I'm surprised because, well, when it comes to pretty much all of the cars from the early Fast and the Furious movies, the parts used are often discontinued by now. The car also had various audio products as well, such as an Alpine head unit and a bunch of Sony speakers. And maybe I don't have a good concept of how expensive body and paintwork can be, but for me, it feels like without any heavy performance modifications, there's no way the Eclipse wasn't $80,000 vehicle, officer.
That was an $80,000 vehicle, officer.
I could be wrong, though. The interior was custom and it had the roof scoop, so you never know. But maybe it'd be a lot easier to require an 80 grand budget today, since many of the parts are discontinued and in very high demand now. That said, there are quite a few very good replicas out there, and I recommend following them on Instagram. There's a very big community of Fast and Furious replica car builders. Just to name a few, you've got James King Supra, Fast Furious Eclipse France, Fast Furious Eclipse Replica, Too Fast Too Furious Skyline Replica, and DomDub. And obviously there's more, but those are the ones that I know of. Check them out on Instagram and let them know I sent you. Their projects are all very cool and deserve a ton of support for their hard work. But anyways, that's all from me for now. If I left out any cool facts or got something wrong, do not hesitate to let me know down below. If I get enough information from you guys, I'd be happy to make a part 2 video. If you've got ideas for topics to cover in future episodes, then hit me with those suggestions as well. Or if you want to use the comments and the like button to let me know if I did a good job, then do that. I really appreciate it. I do lots of videos like this one. Just check out the playlist for my Car Topics Explained series. I've done stuff on the Too Fast Too Furious Skyline, Brian's R34 from Fast and Furious, the fourth one, importing R34s into the US legally, the story of MotorX, race cars, and more. Beyond that, I do gaming, driving POV videos, vlogs, and I have a series documenting my adventures in modifying cars. So if any of that interests you, then maybe have a peruse through my channel. And if you're extra cool, maybe even hit that subscribe button. But that's all I got for you today, ladies and gents, so I shall be signing out. Hopefully I'll see you all next time. Stay crazy, everybody.